everyone, this is Moshe the Electric Israeli, chilling in my Tesla. Thank you for watching. If you're new to my channel, thank you for joining us. Please subscribe where you get reviews that are honest, unbiased, unapologetic, and funny. I'm trying to be funny. I think most of the time I amuse myself, but whatever. I do my best. What I want to talk to you about, guys, I always talk about three things. I have a common theme in my videos about electric cars. Obviously, range, size of the battery range is the most important thing. You want to get places. Onboard charger. I just made a video the other day about the importance of a big onboard charger so you can charge your car fast. But also, that is where you charge at home or at work. But also, available fast charging for a non-Tesla cars. If you do not own a Tesla, I'm sitting now with my Model 3, and one of the greatest advantages, you can take this car anywhere you want. There are superchargers everywhere. But if you do not own a Tesla, you own a Nissan, you own a Kona, you own a Chevy Bolt, and on, pure electric cars, not plug-in hybrids. Plug-in hybrids, you don't have to worry. You have a gas engine that you can take you anywhere. But if you own a pure electric car and you want to take road trip, it's important to have fast chargers. And there are many schemes, companies who have fast chargers. And one of the biggest ones is really growing leaps and bounds is EVgo. I have an EVgo card. I used EVgo a couple of times, not too much. And EVgo now has, I'm going to give you some numbers. EVgo has 1,100 fast chargers around the United States, plus 1,000 AC level 2 chargers that you can charge the car in overnight or a few hours. They have covered so far 75 million miles, which translate to 120.7 million kilometers of charging, mile charge, using their chargers. I'm going to tell you how much they cost in a minute, but I'm going to show you a map of the United States, and you can see that even though EVgo, just like other charging companies that have around the United States, I can tell you that EVgo, if you look at the map, it's really concentrated around cities. Here's Florida, for example. Here is the Philadelphia, Baltimore area. Here's New York City. Here is Los Angeles metropolitan. So what you see is that the bulk of their chargers are around cities, in cities and around them, which is a wonderful thing. Most people in the world live in big cities, in mega cities. But once you want to go between them, then it becomes challenging. Now, on the East Coast and on the West Coast, you can plan and manage and get a lot of traveling going, and you'll be able to charge. But I think that the next level, and that has to be the next level, is to do what Tesla is doing and have what I call between the states, interstates, between the states chargers, so people can say my electric car is my only car. That's the key to the kingdom. My electric car is my only car. Okay? And the only way you can do that is if you do what Tesla does and have a network of chargers, not only in and around cities, which is very important. I'm not disqualifying that. Very important, but also between the states, and that's the next level. And I think that some kind of a uniform charger, the CCS is wonderful, the CHAdeMO, I think it's fading away. Nissan Leaf, the new one, is still going to have it, but the CCS, something like you go to a gas station, you can use any credit card you want or cash if you want to pay with cash. And I think some kind of a uniform card or some kind of a uniform scheme would be really good for people to say, okay, I can use this car on ChargePoint, on EVgo, on Blink, on any fast charging company that there is out there. That'd be good. Let me just give you numbers, and this is I picked one charging station of EVgo in Baltimore, and they would charge 30 cents per minute. Now I'm just going to average a half hour charging, which will give you about 150 miles or so. So that will cost you 30 cents per minute for half-hour charging, which will give you 150 miles. It will cost you $9. My Chevy Volt, which has a 9-gallon tank, which will give you a gasoline, I don't know, let's say, talking conservatively, but 250 to 300 miles for average $2.50 per gallon for $22.50 to go this many miles. Now, this is my Chevy Volt, which is a very economic car. I mean, miles per gallon is about 45. But if it is, a car that takes a lot of miles, let's say 25 miles per gallon, I think that the EVgo prices are a bit too high. I think the attraction for gasoline drivers is, okay, if I'm switching to an electric car, I want to have fast chargers available, and I want it to be by far much cheaper. It is cheaper, but it needs to be really compelling, much cheaper than what I would pay in gasoline. Because what we EV driver says, okay, there's very little maintenance, it's a great car, fast and all that. Okay, in the long run it's cheap. The charging has to be significantly more cheap, okay? That's another story for another time. But good for EVgo and good for their expanding network, and I think this is wonderful news. And the more the merrier. All right, that's it for today. Please subscribe, help me change the world one electric car at a time. Appreciate your comments. See you tomorrow in another video.